Hi, I'm Rhoda, a 2D illustrator and animator studying MA Illustration at the University of Hertfordshire. In previous modules, I researched illustration projects that implemented augmented reality technology, also known as AR. I went on to recreate some of these methods into smaller working examples. While the results were interesting, overall the effects felt shallow and lacking emotional depth. Following tutor feedback, it was recommended to think about how such tech can be the structure of the narrative, not just an addition. This brought me to a question, which would eventually become the core of my inquiry for this module. Is there a more emotionally effective way to utilize AR in terms of illustration and storytelling? When first asking myself this question, I recalled a variety of AR applications observed in recent years. For example, in popular mobile phone apps such as Pokemon Go and Amazon, AR technology places life-size 3D models in your local park or living room. But being an artist, I am particularly interested when AR is combined with illustration, particularly in print media, such as AR picture books, AR comics, or even AR advertising. However, from what I've observed so far, most of these products use a direct, sterile approach. For example, scanning a mark leads to its animated counterpart or a piece of information. According to the website g2.com, augmented reality was first invented in 1968, though it has only been used in print media since 2009. Today, 13 years later, I've witnessed AR technology displaying the use of 2D or 3D, animation, video, and sound. All these elements are used in illustration, animation, film, and beyond. So why are there hardly any projects which use AR as a narrative counterpart? Coincidentally, before illustration and animation, I was working in graphic design. Back then, my projects were typically focused on branding, the target audience, or the user journey. AR relies on a third party between the reader and the content, the mobile phone or tablet. Therefore, it is crucial that the ergonomics of the AR user experience should be taken into account with my research. So, is the lack of storytelling in AR due to the intervention of the mobile device? This brought to my attention another topic within the design world, user experience design, also called UX design, and its component, narrative design. In an article by video game publisher Ubisoft, Florent Morin comments, "Narrative design is a science that focuses on how to branch out a story. A story can be told in a linear way, but the narrative designer will split it into many smaller parts so that it becomes a conversation with the player rather than a speech directed at them." While video games offer the user a lot more depth and autonomy compared to AR, the market possesses a diverse variety of games where its narrative design elements may prove useful. For example, Florence, a game published by Annapurna Interactive, is a game that uses comic book style visuals to take us through the complexities of a couple's relationship. According to Adobe, narrative design is a universal principle of user experience design. Adobe states, "Great narrative designs are a combination of the visual and the verbal. They marry the two to create well-paced stories that not only draw the reader in, but captivate him or her on their journey through the content." Incidentally, the article then continues to recommend reading Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. This process brings me back to my initial question. Is there a more emotionally effective way to utilize AR in terms of illustration and storytelling? To conclude this presentation, I would like to propose investigating AR print projects as well as any relevant additional mediums. My main objective would be to acquire effective narrative methods while also considering the emotions and ergonomics between the AR user journey and the printed illustration. I wish to follow this research by creating a series of tests based on the methods acquired. The success of each method would be measured by creating a prototype and inviting users to participate. I would then gather user feedback through focus groups, surveys, and interviews, empathizing my questions on their emotional experience. Finally, I would write a conclusion based on the research I've done and the feedback received. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to presenting the results of my investigation in the near future.